is that?
Yo, what the?
From bizarre creatures lurking in the skies, to urban explorations gone wrong, even nature at its strangest. These are some of the most unsettling moments ever recorded. Stick around, because you won't want to miss a single one. This guy was just relaxing when a glance at his backyard door revealed something so nightmarish it still haunts the internet to this day.
What the is that?
The video was uploaded by a homeowner who had one of the most horrifying experiences imaginable. In the footage, we see him recording his backyard glass door, and on the other side, a few eerie figures are staring inside, acting like zombies. These three girls are making disturbingly creepy faces and unsettling head movements. According to the homeowner, they broke into his backyard and started doing this. The most terrifying part is the way they just blankly stare into the house, as if they desperately want to get in, for reasons only God knows. There are two possible explanations for this video. Either it's fake, or these girls are mentally unstable, or, in a truly terrifying possibility, they could be skinwalkers trying to lure the homeowner into opening the door. Either way, it's creepy as hell. We've all heard the chilling rumors about the infamous Appalachian Mountains. This video might finally prove them true. This video comes from the Appalachian Mountains, where an old man and his dog were out for a night walk when they started hearing strange noises coming from the woods. These sounds were a mix of eerie humanoid screams and animalistic yells. It almost sounds like these noises came straight from hell or from some hellish creature, making it all the more unsettling. Some might argue that it could be a fox or a mountain lion, both known to produce eerie, human-like cries. But honestly, these sounds are far more unnatural than that. Whatever or whoever is making those sounds doesn't seem friendly at all, and I sincerely hope it stays in the Appalachian Mountains for the sake of our safety and sanity. This guy saw an owl outside his window every night, but when he snapped a night vision photo, what he saw nearly gave him a heart attack. This video was uploaded on Instagram by a homeowner who kept seeing an owl appear at his bedroom window every night. Curious, he decided to record it using night vision one evening. As the night vision camera started recording, the homeowner realized this thing wasn't an owl at all. It was an owl face mask. Behind it stood a full figure staring into his window. The moment it realized it was being recorded, it disappeared instantly. The most nightmarish part is that this figure had been stalking him for an entire week, and he never even knew it. He had assumed it was just a bird, which honestly would have been creepy enough on its own. Now, the real question is, what will he do? We all loved the Jumanji movie growing up, but have you ever imagined what it might look like in real life? Well, this video has you covered. This video was uploaded as an Instagram reel and comes from Malaysia, where a real-life Jumanji moment is unfolding. In the footage, we see a massive rhino going wild as locals frantically try to run and hide from the beast. It nearly crashes into a biker, but fortunately, he manages to outrun it by taking a sharp turn just in time. After the attack, the rhino charges off into the distance while the cameraman chases after it, and the video abruptly ends. Rhinos, while generally peaceful, may attack humans if they feel threatened, misinterpret movement due to their poor eyesight, engage in territorial disputes, or act out of maternal instinct to protect their young. So this beast in the video isn't acting out of the ordinary, it's just built like that, which makes this all the more terrifying. Let me know in the comments, what would you do if you saw this beast charging straight at you? Nature is pretty weird, but I wasn't aware it could throw a curveball like this. Just take a look at this photo captured at Bristol Zoo. This photo, taken in October 2024 at Bristol Zoo, appears to show a deer with wings. Yes, this isn't AI generated. It's a real photograph of this bizarre-looking creature. It seems as though the deer is fluttering two little wings on its back, while the rest of its body looks completely normal. Now, let me summon my logical side. To me, this just looks like a camera glitch, or maybe a slow frame transition that managed to capture the deer's previous head position. Those so-called wings are most likely just its ears. Even though it's probably just a glitch, the thought of a deer with wings is pretty fascinating. This guy hears desperate screams for help coming from a public restroom, but when he goes in to check, he's shocked by what he finds.
Yo, what the?
This video went viral on the internet, showing a cameraman who had just returned from a fishing trip, capturing terrifying screams for help coming from a restroom. The cries sound so loud and desperate that the man decides to go in and check if someone needs help. However, to his shock, there was no one inside. He checked every single stall, but they were all empty, and as soon as he entered, the screams suddenly stopped.
What the? Bro. There's nobody in here.
This is truly bizarre because we can clearly hear the chilling cries for help, yet no one is there. Some people believe it was a sinister trap, an attempt to lure the man inside by something unknown. But the unsettling question remains, what were its intentions? Really eerie. If you believe sci-fi is just make-believe, brace yourself. This next video might shatter that illusion. At first glance, this video looks like CGI, but it was actually a real-life sighting that went viral across the internet and news channels on March 24, 2025. Locals in Europe were left baffled when they saw a strange blue spiral drifting across the sky, looking eerily like a mysterious portal to another realm. This phenomenon was covered by multiple news channels, and experts were quick to provide an explanation. According to the UK Met Office and an ABC News interview, the spiral was likely caused by a SpaceX rocket launch. As the rocket exhaust exited into the atmosphere, the warm, moist air condensed and froze, creating an icy surface that reflected sunlight, giving birth to this surreal spiral in the sky. It's truly fascinating how things we once only saw in movies are now appearing right before our eyes. What's next? Portals to another dimension or time travel? If you ever feel like something is watching you, trust me, it's not always just your mind playing tricks on you. It could be this instead. This guy was driving down a forest road when he stopped to check his tire, but while doing so, he got the unsettling feeling that something was watching him. In the video he recorded, we can see two glowing eyes staring at him from the bushes. The eyes are eerily fixated on him, almost as if they're waiting for the perfect moment to make a move. At first, it seems like some kind of animal, but judging by the height of the eyes and the intense way it's staring, this doesn't seem natural for any creature we know. Whatever it is, the way it's watching the cameraman definitely doesn't seem friendly, that's for sure. This woman posted a concerning video online, and now the internet is screaming for answers.
What? Can you keep driving? It looks like an alien.
According to the uploader, this video was taken in Thermal, California on Saturday, June 11th, 2025. It shows what appears to be a strange, alien-like creature flying in the sky. The mother and daughter who recorded the footage were shocked when they spotted this massive squid-like figure floating above them with its tentacles wriggling in the air. Even from a distance, it looks monstrous, almost as if it's swimming through the sky like it would in the ocean.
What? Can you keep driving? It looks like an alien.
Many viewers believe it's just a drone, but trust me, a drone can't fly with that much going on. If you ask me, I'd say it's one of those giant octopus kites controlled from the ground. These kites have lightweight paper-like tentacles that wiggle effortlessly in the wind, while the central body provides structure. That being said, even if it is just a kite, if I saw something like that floating over my house, I wouldn't be stepping outside for the next 2 months.
That is the weirdest thing. Keep driving. Is it a drone?
After watching this next video, you'll never look at funerals the same way again. This video comes from a Chinese funeral where we see a piece of fabric sticking out of the coffin door. As a child tries to pull it, it suddenly gets yanked back inside. At first, it doesn't seem too scary until you realize who in the world pulled it in. The attendees didn't even notice what happened, but the camera captured it all. It's undeniably eerie, but also deeply concerning, because if someone did pull the fabric inside, does that mean they're still alive and trying to signal for help? Let me ask you this. Would you be brave enough to open the coffin and check? In today's time, if you still don't believe in the existence of extraterrestrials, this video might just be enough to make you reconsider.
Con el mío sí se alcanza a ver bien, güey. Ahorita se los paso. Sí, güey.
This video was uploaded to YouTube by a dedicated UFO sighting channel, and in it, we see a group of workers pointing their phone cameras at the sky, trying to capture something unusual. When the cameraman zooms in, we finally see the source of their shock, a small, round object floating in the sky. The object has tiny spikes on its body and appears to be hovering with no visible wings, strings, or any means of propulsion.
Con el mío sí se alcanza a ver bien, güey. Ahorita se los paso. Sí, güey.
Some believe it's a UFO, while skeptics suggest it might be a new government drone being tested. Either way, it's eerie to see something in our sky that doesn't look like it belongs there. We've all heard of time freezing, but in Kazakhstan, it seemed to happen in real time, an eerie mystery no one can explain. This video was uploaded to YouTube in 2020 and showcases the brutal horror of Kazakhstan's extreme winter weather. In the footage, we see animals like sheep and dogs completely frozen in place. It's as if they didn't even have time to react. The temperature must have dropped so suddenly that they froze mid-motion. Even stranger, a white dog appears to have a frozen mouse clinging to its back, as if it was caught mid-climb. Even the rare saiga antelope couldn't escape the extreme cold and suffered the same frozen fate.
көргөн жоқпын осы уақытқа дейін мынандай аяз көргөн жоқпын. Қашып бара жатқан ақбөкен қатып қапты.
The creepiest part is trying to figure out how this happened. Did the temperature really drop so fast that they were frozen instantly? And if so, how is that even possible? After doing some research, I found another possible explanation. These animals may have slowed down gradually as the cold intensified, eventually becoming unable to move at all. Their bodies likely froze bit by bit until their minds and hearts followed. If that's the case, then it wasn't instant, but that somehow makes it even more terrifying. It's unsettling to realize that our planet's weather can reach such extreme levels. I love ducklings for their cuteness and innocence, but this one got hit hard by nature. This video comes from YouTube and shows what appears to be a duckling with 4 legs. It has 2 normal legs that it uses for walking, while an extra set of legs hangs from its back. At first glance, it looks like another duckling is trying to emerge from its body, and in a way, that's exactly what happened. This is most likely a case of the duckling's stillborn twin that never fully developed, remaining partially attached instead. A rare and bizarre phenomenon like this really makes you wonder, what else is nature capable of? You've seen a dog with 2 legs. Now brace yourself for a cat with wings. Yeah, you heard that right.
Yep. There's the cat with wings.
That's so cool, Brad.
This video was uploaded on YouTube by a different user, showcasing their strange cat that appears to have wings. The cat has 2 extra fur-covered flaps on its back that look exactly like wings. However, they don't seem to move, and I don't think the cat can use them, but they still make it look like a mythical creature.
Yep. There's the cat with wings.
That's so cool, Brad.
Yeah.
This is most likely the result of a genetic mutation. Either the cat was born with these flaps due to absorbing another fetus in the womb, or they could be tumors. Whatever the case, I hope this unique feline lives a long and healthy life. It's not every day you see a cat with wings. Dolls, especially the old ones. And this video perfectly illustrates why. The footage is from an unknown person who seems to be inside a dimly lit house. There is also an eerie laughter echoing in the background. And there is a mysterious figure standing in the distance. The cameraman, feeling a bit uneasy, bravely decides to investigate the source of the laughter and cautiously approaches the figure. As he gets closer, it turns out that the mysterious figure was just a doll. However, the laughter persists, and upon closer inspection, 2 hands become visible behind the doll. Startled, the cameraman quickly checks behind the doll, only to find no one there. Ready to leave, he notices something even more chilling. The doll's pupils move on their own. Frightened, the cameraman makes a swift escape. This video is pretty chilling, and it is reinforcing my fear of dolls being potential hosts for spirits and ghosts. This video has some viewers on edge. It features 2 friends who were home alone when they heard an unsettling hissing sound coming from their kitchen window. Curious and a little spooked, they peeked through the window and got a real shock.
Your window. He's coming in the house.
They saw a strange creature, seemingly a mix of dog and human features, peering back at them, One of the friends, understandably terrified, screamed and ran. The video ends abruptly after that. Upon slowing down and pausing the footage, some viewers claim the creature resembles the legendary Michigan Dogman. This creature is said to be a tall, bipedal creature with dog-like features and glowing eyes. Whether it was the Michigan Dogman or something else entirely, the video certainly captures a scary and bizarre encounter. It's important to remember that such encounters are extremely rare and often lack concrete evidence. It's also important to be cautious when encountering unfamiliar situations. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, the safest course of action is to leave the area immediately and seek help from the authorities. This intriguing video comes from a trail camera positioned in a snowy winter woodland. All seems quiet and calm for a while. Suddenly, the tranquility is broken by the appearance of a large creature with wild brown hair, walking on 2 feet. It moves with a deliberate humanoid gait, passing right in front of the camera. The creature closely resembles the legendary Bigfoot. The sight of such a creature in this wintry forest landscape is both captivating and bewildering. It raises the question, could this actually be the elusive Bigfoot often spoken of, but rarely seen? I have to say that the quality of the video is very poor, so I can't make out any features or details. The only thing I can see clearly is its walking, which looks very human. In this unusual video, captured by a surveillance camera, we witness a bear breaking into a house's kitchen. The camera shows the bear skillfully navigating the kitchen, heading straight for the fridge. With remarkable ease, it opens the fridge and rummages through, eventually grabbing a bag of food. Then, the bear makes its exit as casually as it entered, climbing out of the window with its newfound snack. The video switches to an outdoor surveillance camera, which captures the bear retreating back to the woods, bag of food in tow. I have to say that while it's fascinating to see a bear so comfortably navigating a human environment, this is no innocent event. Things can turn out really nasty if an encounter happens. In this intriguing video, people are filming from a bridge, capturing the serene scene of water below, illuminated by the lights reflecting from nearby restaurants. The atmosphere is calm until something unexpected and astonishing happens.
That is exactly how it happens. Oh, here it comes.
From beneath the bridge emerges a massive, strange-looking creature crossing the water. It's notable for its unusual shape and a particularly elongated neck. Unlike any typical aquatic animal, the creature's appearance in the water is so unusual, and I am not sure what this is. It might be a seal that comes very close, and from the weird lighting, it makes it look like it has an elongated neck. Do you agree? In this video, a man ventures into the woods at night, his only source of light being a flashlight. The darkness adds a sense of mystery to his surroundings. As he walks, he films his journey, capturing the eerie quiet of the nocturnal forest. When he points his camera towards a tree, an unexpected sight appears. A humanoid creature, partially hidden behind the tree, seems to be watching him. Combining it with where they are and at what time makes it a truly nightmare story. Is it a person, perhaps another night wanderer, that tried to scare them with a costume? Or something more mysterious and unexplained? Could it be the rake, considering making these guys one of its snacks? From the unique perspective, this video shows the strength that nature has. The scene unfolds with the tornado's fierce winds, forcefully moving a football goalpost, spinning it in circles. The sheer strength of the tornado is evident in its ability to effortlessly manipulate such a large and sturdy object. Showcasing the natural phenomenon's might and the mesmerizing yet destructive dance it performs with the objects in its path. These natural phenomena are amazing, and the proximity of the filmer to the tornado adds a palpable sense of danger. Bigfoots have remained a mystery since forever. Again and again, people spotted them in the darkest and deepest places. But there are times when Bigfoots are spotted roaming around in the wild in broad daylight as well. For instance, take this video recorded in 2006 by a man named Harley Hoffman, where a Bigfoot was spotted on cameras as he was recording the area. It was huge and had its whole body covered with black hair. The creature, or the Bigfoot, was going somewhere in quite a hurried manner, and the man had to be safe while getting a proper glimpse of it on camera as well. So even though a small chunk, it shows the creature in the most vivid manner. If we talk about the authenticity of the clip, for me, the way the creature was moving and its appearance give the video a genuine look. What do you think? Night has always held secrets beyond our imaginations. For the curious who wander in the deepest regions just to uncover secrets, sometimes things get way scarier than they had ever imagined. For instance, these guys were out at night for a late drive, enjoying the narrow road between the thick bushes and high trees. However, as they moved forward on the path, they saw a creepy figure that sent shivers down their spine. It looked like a person covered in a brown robe, standing on a corner. It did not move at all as the car passed by it. However, the men in the car were surely shaken by this. Also, if we zoom in, I think I can make up a cross around the figure's neck, which makes now the whole individual to appear as a monk. Could this be the ghost of a monk who lost their life in a violent way around those places? What do you think? Just as I mentioned, people love wandering in the deepest regions and many times come out traumatized. Take these, for example. These people had heard about an abandoned tunnel from the World Wars and knew about the rumors of the tunnel being haunted through the locals. But that did not stop them from leaping into the deep tunnel and wandering around to look for any treasure they were supposed to find there. However, instead of what they were trying to find, they encountered a weird figure. In the tunnel, inches away from them, a human-like figure appeared as if walking away from them, and then disappeared in a moment as well. It looked like a human wearing a white uniform. Could it be the lost soul of a military medic? The men turned back and ran away, and the mystery of the ghost remains the same. Whether it was an altered video or whether they actually captured a ghost is a question which remains unanswered, and I will leave that to you to decide. This clip was recorded by a man who ventured into the forest late at night for a purpose unknown to us. He appeared to be alone and had a string flashlight on. When he couldn't find whatever he came here to look for, he turned the light off, and that's when the scary part began. What he recorded made him question what that thing he saw that night was. It was a weird orange flickering that started happening as soon as the man turned his light off, as if someone was there waiting for the lights to go out to start with its scary ritual. The man couldn't bear what he was seeing for much longer, so he ran as fast as he could back to his car. However, the scene that he had witnessed then was enough to give him nightmares for weeks. Personally, it looked like a pretty scary experience, even if it was a prank or something. A woman was busy recording a detailed video of her neighborhood, trying to capture the church right across her street. What she was trying to capture was a figure which, according to her, roamed around their area. As soon as she moved the camera towards the towering trees, she happened to see the exact figure she was talking about. According to her, The figure appears at the exact same spot every couple of days, but as soon as they try to get closer to it, they see nothing, like it vanishes into the wood. The figure, to me, looked like a man wandering aimlessly, like he is lost. Considering the lady mentions the figure disappears as soon as you get close to it, I would consider it to be a lost soul. What do you think? Titanoboas have long been extinct. However, time after time, videos come up on the internet where we see snakes so large that we are forced to rethink their extinction. And to prove, we have this clip. We have a gigantic snake slithering around in the water in the Amazon River. Even the fisherman was surprised at what it was looking at. Was it just another anaconda? Or was the size too big for an anaconda and it could be the infamous long extinct Titanoboa? With the video so short and just a little glimpse of the snake, nothing could be said for sure. I know for a fact that there are very big snakes around that area, but that one looked way too huge. Sometimes nature surprises you from where you have never even imagined, and 9 out of 10 times it is as deadly as anything can be. Take this clip for instance. The man was coming home when the Ring camera mounted on the door recorded him almost hitting into a giant snake hanging on the door. He backed away at the right time, or the snake would have attacked, and it would have ended up really badly for the man. I am thankful this never happened to me, as it would have made me paranoid to even enter my house. The video began with an ordinary scene. 2 dogs and a cow walking down a dusty road. The cow, unbothered, walked off soon, followed by the smaller dog. But the other dog, standing slightly above on the roadside, remained curiously still. Now this could scare anyone who has an idea that there was potential danger lurking where the dog was standing. Suddenly, a blur of spotted muscle emerged from the undergrowth. A leopard, sleek and silent, stalked towards the unsuspecting dog. The dog, finally sensing the danger, let out a startled bark, but it was too late. In a flash of claws and teeth, the leopard pounced, its powerful jaws clamping onto the dog's neck. The struggle was brief, a whirlwind of fur and yelps, quickly swallowed by the encroaching jungle. This clip was recorded by a man who was walking in the middle of the woods like his usual day when he heard branches breaking from a side. Surprised and curious, he turned to look that way, and all he could lay his eyes on was a huge creature walking quickly between the trees. The creature was gigantic, had its body completely covered with hair, had a human-like walk, and looked like it was in quite a hurry. The man, astonished, saw the Bigfoot moving in front of his eyes and couldn't even move an inch until it was gone. This video, according to the man, is more than just footage. It's a warning that we humans need to beware. The video, possibly captured by a surveillance camera or a bystander from the side of the road, showcases a heart-stopping moment that unfolds like a miracle. It features a man who is seated beside his motorbike on the roadside, seemingly taking a break. Out of nowhere, a dramatic turn of events occurs. A bulldozer, which is moving along the road, unexpectedly veers to the left, heading directly towards the man and his motorbike. In a twist of fate, another vehicle coming from the opposite direction intervenes at the crucial moment. This car collides with the bulldozer, effectively altering its path and preventing it from hitting the biker. The impact between the car and the bulldozer creates a narrow escape for the biker, who is miraculously spared from what could have been a catastrophic incident. Although this could have ended up in a better way if the bulldozer driver was paying more attention, I think this was pure luck. This underwater video reveals a fascinating deep-sea creature that looks like something out of an alien movie. The animal has a unique round body from which multiple extremely long and slender appendages extend. As the video continues, there's a captivating moment where the creature's long appendages fold in a manner that suggests flexibility and coordination. Following this, the creature makes contact with the sea floor and begins to crawl, utilizing its tentacle-like feet in a manner that's both intriguing and eerie. The way it moves is mesmerizing, showcasing the adaptability and peculiar locomotion of deep-sea life forms. These deep-sea life creatures are terrifying. They feed the thalassophobia of many people. Reddit is a treasure trove for discovering some of the most chilling and strange videos, and this particular one is no exception. The footage follows two friends exploring an unknown location in the dead of night, armed with their flashlights. Their journey leads them to a sewer entrance where they unexpectedly encounter a strange creature attempting to scale the metal fence.
Dude. Okay.
Witnessing this enigmatic being, both friends immediately bolt away, their screams echoing in the darkness.
We're on. Dude, we gotta go! There's nothing booking it! Go! Dude, get your flashlight. My light's not working.
As they put some distance between themselves and the creature, they glance back and continue recording, revealing that the creature seemed to chase them for a short distance. The encounter is undeniably terrifying, leaving us to ponder the motives behind the friends' nocturnal adventure. You've probably heard of Bigfoot, but did you know there's a cousin of Bigfoot known as the skunk ape? The skunk ape is a large, hairy, human-like creature said to live in the forests and swamps of the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida. In this video, which was captured by a tourist exploring the Florida swamps, something is seen moving among the distant trees. Initially, this creature appears ape-like, but upon closer inspection, it seems larger than a typical ape, and walks with a human-like posture. It's covered in thick black fur. To me, this sighting resembles the skunk ape, or perhaps even the mighty Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on this encounter? This video was uploaded on TikTok by a user who claimed to have accidentally captured something on the car's rear backup camera. In the video, the uploader explains the situation and shares what he's about to show us. Then, he shows a video where the car is in the middle of dense woods. From their voices, we can tell that there are 3 friends in the car, including the uploader, who is driving. One of their friends is extremely anxious and scared, believing they are stuck in the dark woods. The other friends try to calm him down while they back up the car. Suddenly, a growl and something hitting the car can be heard as they were reversing.
I will, we'll be alright.
This is ridiculous. It's fucking pitch black at night, for fuck's sake.
We'll be alright.
We don't need to be out here.
We're not gonna get stuck.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You can't even see a way out, man.
You guys being pussies about it.
What the fuck's that?
This startles the already anxious friend, and the video ends. The video is quite strange, because we didn't see this creature in the rear camera, but we heard a growl and the car being hit. The growl sounded like it came from a dogman creature, but we can't say for sure without further evidence. One of our childhood dreams was to see a real-life mermaid, but our parents told us they didn't exist in real life. However, this video challenges that belief. In this video, we see an ocean view with a fishtail, fin wobbling around. What's strange about this tail fin is its narrowness compared to a regular fish, and it resembles a mermaid's tail, But I'm still skeptical about this being a genuine mermaid, dolphin, or any other fish. You can see the shape of 2 human legs, which likely means it's a costume. However, the strange thing is, if it were a costume, how can this person hold their breath underwater for such a long time, while also flapping the tail like that? This video was posted by a mom on Facebook, and it depicts a truly frightening and unsettling encounter within their own home. In the video, we see a little girl who appears frightened, and her mom, who is recording, is consoling her. The mom is a designer and has many mannequins in her room, which might seem strange to some, but they're accustomed to it. However, the daughter is terrified because she saw something under the closet door. The mom opens the closet to investigate, and she's a bit startled to see a mannequin standing right in front of her. After checking the closet and closing it, her daughter still looks at the closet door, now even more fearful. Suddenly, the mom glances behind her and notices the door is wide open with the mannequin standing there. The mannequin starts wobbling and then falls to the floor. Witnessing this, the mother and daughter quickly run from the room. This was an extremely unsettling experience, and I'm genuinely concerned about the daughter's mental well-being. I would strongly advise the mother to consider removing these mannequins, especially since the one in the closet appeared to be acting strangely. Skunk ape is quite famous in the United States, and notably in Florida, among people who are interested in myths and mythical creatures. This is something they had dreamt of witnessing, at least once in their lifetime. And a man actually ended up not just seeing it with his own eyes, but also recording it on his camera. According to the man who uploaded this video, was going around in the woods, following the small signs he could find, and then he started hearing rustling sounds coming from a side. As soon as he moved the camera up, he could clearly see a huge figure busy with something behind the bushes. He recorded it for around 30 to 40 seconds, and all that time the creature wandered around before leaving the area. Are you among those who question the existence of extraterrestrial life, or do you find yourself intrigued by the possibility? The following video, captured in Russia in 2022, might just sway even the most skeptical minds. The footage documents a citywide alarm triggered by the presence of an unidentified flying object in the sky. Initially resembling a plane, a closer inspection reveals it differs significantly from any known aircraft. The object has a bullet-like shape and moves at a remarkably high speed. Strangely, towards the end of the video, the object seemingly vanishes into thin air, giving the impression of teleportation. Witnessing such an event would undoubtedly evoke a sense of fear, considering the blaring sirens and the unusual sight of this unidentified object zipping through the sky, creating an atmosphere reminiscent of doomsday. In this video, a streamer recorded something quite unsettling during their live stream. They were in a forest, and suddenly at a distance, a tall and dark figure passed by. The streamer noticed it and seemed a bit surprised or scared. This figure looked very tall and appeared to be covered in dark fur. Some people think it might be a gorilla or an ape, but its height makes some folks believe it could be the legendary creature known as Bigfoot. This was a historic moment, because it was the first time anyone had ever captured a possible Bigfoot encounter during a live stream in real life. This intriguing video, shared by a villager, has the potential to challenge the beliefs of those skeptical about extraterrestrial life. The footage captures a villager on a late-night patrol near a river close to his house. Armed with a flashlight, he encounters a truly strange and unsettling sight. A motionless, alien-like figure situated along the riverbank. This humanoid creature stands out with its entirely white body. After a period of stillness, the enigmatic figure, seemingly aware of the flashlight's presence, dives into the river, disappearing without a trace. This encounter raises questions and sparks contemplation about the potential existence of unfamiliar beings from other worlds. What are your thoughts on this strange and eerie sighting of a creature that seems to defy our understanding of the known? This video, shared on Reddit by an explorer, documents a nighttime adventure exploring an abandoned residential building. From the beginning, the inside exudes an eerie and unsettling atmosphere. The building, seemingly in a state of construction abandonment, takes on an eerie appearance. As the explorer progresses down a hallway, they are confronted with a startling sight. A hunched figure at the end of the corridor. The figure, resembling a creepy human engaged in some mysterious activity, remains motionless. The explorer zooms in, revealing that this figure is a shirtless individual seated in the corner.
Yo. You need some help, bro? Yo.
Attempts to communicate with the figure go unanswered, prompting the explorer to cautiously leave the building. While it could be a homeless person under the influence of drugs, the possibility of a more disturbing scenario cannot be entirely dismissed. This video, originating from Facebook, was captured by a group of friends who share a passion for exploring caves. The footage unfolds with a view of a cave, illuminated by the glow of flashlights guiding the way. Suddenly, someone or something passes by the distant beams of light of the explorers. In response, they hasten toward the figure, only to find it vanished mysteriously. Despite thorough searching, no one is found in the vicinity. The creature, resembling a humanoid figure with considerable height, prompts thoughts of Bigfoot. However, the idea that Bigfoot resides deep within caves seems unlikely. Adding to the intrigue, the uploader mentions in the description that the cave was originally sealed with branches and stones, and they had to open it for exploration. This revelation raises the possibility that the cave might serve as a dwelling for the mysterious creature, with the explorers unwittingly becoming uninvited guests in its home. This guy was walking around in a forest, filming as he was doing his stroll, but when looking back at his footage, he found something strange caught on camera. Right at the end of this footage, the camera caught the sight of a strange lizard-like creature which can be seen emerging from a tree stump. The cameraman obviously did notice, as we can see how he freaked. It is indeed a frightening sight to see while walking all alone in a forest. But honestly, I think that rather than a mysterious creature, it is more likely a type of lizard. But even that would be hoping for too much. There is so much driftwood and debris out in the forest that it is quite easily just a strange shaped piece of wood. There are strange creatures among us, for sure. This isn't one of them. These remarkable images, captured by a trail camera deep in the forests of Oregon, have ignited a wave of speculation and wonder. From the very first glance, it becomes apparent that we may be in the presence of the legendary and elusive creature known as Bigfoot. The figure, towering amidst the trees, exhibits distinct humanoid characteristics, captivating the imagination with its enigmatic presence. However, it is the additional element that truly adds an extra layer of intrigue to this already fascinating encounter. Upon closer examination, an unexpected revelation unfolds. Nestled securely on the back of the majestic Bigfoot, a smaller figure becomes visible. This diminutive companion, seemingly a baby, clings tenaciously to its larger counterpart, gripping onto the strands of hair. The resemblance between the two is striking, suggesting a kinship. The notion that these awe-inspiring beings may indeed be a Bigfoot and its offspring opens up a world of possibilities. Could these elusive creatures possess complex familial structures and social dynamics? Do they, like humans and other mammals, exhibit maternal instincts and nurture their young? The presence of the baby Bigfoot lends further credence to the existence of an entire species. Could this remarkable trail camera footage be the key that unlocks the secrets surrounding Bigfoot's elusive nature? We can see someone filming some sort of animal in a ditch that is approaching. The person filming is backing as the creature is approaching. At first glance, one might be inclined to believe that the approaching creature is a bear cub, given its initial size and the cautious retreat of the person behind the camera. However, as the lens focuses and the animal turns to reveal its profile, we quickly see that this is not the case. The creature possesses a unique amalgamation of features: a sizable head, a compact body adorned with a dense coat of hair, and short limbs that convey an uncanny fusion of monkey-like attributes with those reminiscent of a rat. Its distinct form is enough to elicit both fascination and trepidation, leaving us to question the very nature of its existence. As the scene unfolds, our attention is drawn to the creature's behavior. It exhibits a mixture of curiosity and caution, a primal instinct driving it to explore its surroundings while remaining wary of the human presence. We witness its repeated attempts to scale the grassy wall beside the ditch, an endeavor that suggests a desire to evade potential danger or seek refuge in the elevated terrain. The intensity of the encounter heightens as the creature persists in its approach towards the person filming. What drives it to venture towards the human observer? Is it driven by curiosity, a quest for food, or perhaps an unknown instinctual desire for connection? However, just as the anticipation reaches its peak, the video abruptly ends, leaving us yearning for more. What exactly was this enigmatic creature that crossed paths with the intrepid filmmaker? In a video captured by a trail camera into the forest, as the snow gently descends, painting the landscape in shades of white and gray, the camera records a captivating scene. The subject of the footage is a large, black furry creature moving with purpose behind the trees. Its appearance and movement suggest a figure straight out of folklore, reminiscent of Bigfoot, a creature that has long inhabited the space between myth and possibility in the minds of many. Due to the distance and the limitations of the trail camera, the details of the creature's features remain indistinct, making me wonder, is that really Bigfoot, or could it be someone playing a prank on us? I am saying this because in the few frames we get of its body and arms, the arms seem very short, human-like. And as far as my Bigfoot knowledge goes, their arms are supposed to be way longer to their body proportion compared to us. In this video, we find a man running into a forest. The shaky, blurry nature of the video, caused by the rapid movement and possibly the filmer's heightened state of adrenaline, initially obscures the reason behind this frenzied dash through the trees. For a brief moment, the man pauses, allowing the camera to focus on what has spurred his flight, a dark, hairy figure moving stealthily behind the veil of the forest's foliage. The glimpse is fleeting and details are scant, leaving viewers in suspense, questioning what they've just seen. The chase resumes, with the sound of hurried footsteps and the man's heavy breathing dominating the soundtrack of this impromptu forest thriller. It's not until the next pause in his escape that the camera finally captures a clearer image of the pursuer. Emerging from behind the trees is a tall, bipedal, black, and profoundly hairy creature, moving with an eerie deliberateness. Its appearance for those fleeting seconds is strikingly reminiscent of the legendary Bigfoot. This video leaves me with many questions. What was that creature, and why was it moving so fast that the man had to run just to catch a glimpse of it? What is hiding out there into the forest? This nighttime video from a driver's perspective, is pretty wild. There's a car stopped in the road, and out of nowhere, this deer bolts from the field straight towards it. Just as it gets to the car, the back door swings open. Now, we can't tell if the person inside the car opened it, or if the deer did some deer magic, but what comes next is nuts. The deer tries to get into the car like it's trying to hitch a ride or something. The person in the back seat isn't having any of it though, and starts pushing at the deer with their feet, trying to keep it out. It's some pretty unusual stuff to see. Personally, I find this moment a bit intense and kind of strange. I mean, you hear about deer jumping in front of cars, but trying to jump in one. That's new. It makes you wonder what got into that deer to make it act that way. Maybe it was scared or confused, but either way, it's a reminder that driving at night can bring all kinds of unexpected encounters, especially with wildlife. It's one of those stories that you'd tell over and over because, honestly, who's going to believe a deer tried to carpool with you? This video shows us a bit of unexpected wildlife drama playing out on a house porch, caught by a surveillance camera. A man is outside, looking like he's trying to figure out how to deal with an uninvited guest. A woodchuck. He claps his hands, probably to scare off the animal, but that woodchuck isn't having it. Then the man tosses something toward the little critter, maybe thinking that'll convince it to hit the road. But things take a turn. That woodchuck isn't scared easily. Instead of running away, it charges towards the man. He beats a hasty retreat back into his house, slamming the door behind him, just as the woodchuck hustles past and out of sight. Honestly, this is a little funny to me. It's like the woodchuck's got guts standing its ground. But it also makes you think about how we're living in these animals' spaces. And sometimes, they're just as surprised by us as we are by them. It's a wild little reminder that nature can always throw a curveball our way, even right on our own porches. This video is from a TikTok account called Sasquatch Watcher, showcasing a sighting of a creature resembling a Sasquatch. The footage captures a view of tall trees, and within it, a sizable and hefty creature is seen passing by. The creature's height and broad body structure are evident when compared to the surrounding trees, suggesting it could be around 10 to 12 feet tall. Cloaked in thick black fur and displaying a humanoid posture, the uploader claims it to be a Russian Bigfoot, a claim not far-fetched based on its appearance. Witnessing such a massive creature roaming the forest is both scary and unsettling. The towering size suggests immense power and potential for destruction. Perhaps it's for the best that these creatures remain hidden and undisturbed in their natural habitat. Driving on a deserted road can indeed be a creepy and eerie experience, and encountering something like a werewolf would be the stuff of nightmares for any driver. In this particular case, the driver was cruising along a quiet road when they suddenly slammed on their brakes after spotting something highly unusual at the roadside. This creature doesn't resemble any familiar species. While some might argue that it has a wolf-like appearance, a closer look reveals some very peculiar traits. Unlike regular wolves, this creature appears to be strolling about on its hind legs, which is quite unusual. Additionally, its arms seem skeletal and lacking flesh. Its ears might resemble those of a dog, but the combination of its arm structure and the way it walks on its hind legs gives it an eerie, almost monstrous quality. The big question here is, what could this creature possibly be? A man was peacefully sleeping when suddenly, his ducks outside started making a ruckus as if they were under attack by some predator. In a hurry, he rushed outside with his camera, hoping to capture whatever was disturbing them. As he pointed his camera towards their shelter, everything seemed normal at first. However, if we rewind the video and slow it down, we can spot an eerie sight. a pair of eerie, lifeless glowing eyes lurking near the duck's house. These mysterious eyes quickly darted out of view when the camera turned their way. In the moment, the man recording the video didn't notice the unsettling eyes, but when he later reviewed the footage, he was shocked by what he saw. Now, he's much more likely to believe his ducks when they start making a commotion again. In a video captured by a hiker during a trip through the Canadian forest, something initially appeared to be a lurking bear among the trees. However, as the hiker zoomed in for a closer look, it became clear that this was no bear. Strangely, this creature seemed to recognize the hiker, despite the hiker's attempts to remain hidden in some bushes. For some time, this mysterious creature simply stared blankly at the hiker, almost as if it was studying him. Eventually, it retreated back into the depths of the forest. What makes this encounter especially eerie is the uncertainty of its intentions. Right from the beginning, this creature appeared massive, even though we never got a full view of its body. It was covered in thick orange-brown fur and bore a striking resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. Ghosts might not be aware of our modern security cameras and surveillance technology, often choosing to reveal themselves when they believe no one is watching. A peculiar encounter occurred in the kitchen of a restaurant after it had closed for the night. In this eerie incident, the trolley began to move on its own, sliding a short distance before items resting on it tumbled to the ground. It was a closed environment with no one present, eliminating the possibility of a breeze or wind causing the movement. While some might argue that the floor had a slight slope, causing the trolley's movement, it raises a curious question. Why were the other two trolleys nearby not affected in the same way? This inexplicable sight left those who witnessed it feeling both unsettled and bewildered. One can only imagine the unease restaurant workers might feel. This intriguing video originates from a trail camera placed within an Australian ironwood forest. Its primary purpose was to monitor the local fox population, but it ended up capturing something truly captivating. As the video begins, we're presented with a nighttime view of the forest. Suddenly, the sound of branches crunching under pressure becomes evident, indicating the presence of something moving. Then, a dark figure emerges, strolling through the woods. This figure stands impressively tall and massive, easily measuring around 8 to 9 feet in height. Its appearance is somewhat humanoid, marked by a hunched back and long, slender arms. The mystery of this creature's identity has sparked debates among viewers. Some speculate it could be the Australian version of Bigfoot, while others propose that it might be a chimpanzee or even a gorilla. What do you think this colossal being could be? Considering that we've only explored 5% of the ocean, it's intriguing to ponder what incredible and massive creatures might inhabit the remaining 95%. This video offers a glimpse of the ocean, and we can spot a large, enigmatic creature on the water surface. Right from the beginning, this creature appears remarkably large and possesses an unusual half-body that doesn't resemble any aquatic creature we're familiar with. As it swims further away, its enormous body displaces a significant amount of water, emphasizing its immense size. Additionally, in the video, we can see other fishermen working in the distance. It's quite unnerving to imagine them laboring in the vicinity of this mysterious river monster. Prepare yourself if you have arachnophobia, the fear of spiders, as this video from an Australian wildlife photographer showcases a surprising encounter with nature. The photographer points the camera towards what seems like grass on a tree. However, upon poking the grassy patch with a stick, the horrifying truth is revealed. It's not grass but a cluster of spiders, numbering in the thousands. As the photographer disrupts their piece, The spiders start scurrying and moving, creating an eerie and unsettling sight. Despite their creepy appearance, these spiders are neither poisonous nor aggressive. They are simply hibernating together on the tree until disturbed. Fortunately, it's relatively rare for these spiders to form such clusters in homes, as they typically prefer desolate places like abandoned buildings or trees. However, if you have a room that hasn't been visited for a while, be cautious, as they might decide to take up residence there. This video, pulled from Facebook and quite an old one, takes us to a strange scene in the middle of nowhere, a drainage system standing alone. After a few seconds into the video, a head pops out from the drainage pipe, and things take a spooky turn. Upon closer inspection, the head bears a resemblance to what many people would describe as an alien. The alien-like creature peeks out for just a few seconds before the video abruptly ends, leaving us with a multitude of questions. Why was the person recording in the middle of nowhere, focusing on a drainage pipe? What on earth, or possibly not from Earth, was that alien-like being doing inside the drainage system? Now, some skeptics out there claim that the video is a result of computer-generated imagery. However, those who argue otherwise point to the seamless blending of the creature's skin texture with the background, making it challenging to believe it's computer-generated imagery. The mystery behind this odd encounter leaves us contemplating the possibilities of extraterrestrial visits, or perhaps just a well-executed, yet bizarre, video moment in the middle of nowhere. After witnessing albino versions of pandas, raccoons, and deer, it's time for an albino mountain goat to steal the spotlight. This video, coming all the way from Western North America, treats us to the sight of an albino mountain goat gracefully scaling a distant mountain. This majestic albino goat is a stunning sight, completely pure white and easily distinguishable from afar. Covered in thick, snowy fur, it exudes a unique and beautiful aura. Now you might be wondering, how can you tell an albino mountain goat apart from a regular white one? Well, albino mountain goats have pink noses and hooves, and their coats tend to be even whiter compared to their non-albino counterparts. In this particular video, although not crystal clear, a slight pinkish hue on the goat's hooves hints at its rare albino status. This video was captured at a zoo where a black bear steals the show by walking in an uncanny humanoid posture. The bear maintains a straight back, resembling the gait of a human. The person recording the video finds this weird walk amusing, bursting into laughter at the sight.
Oh, there you go. You're doing so good.
Remarkably, the bear appears comfortable with this walking style, suggesting it might be a familiar and routine behavior for the animal. The question arises, why would a bear adopt such a human-like walking stance? Bears may stand on their hind legs to gain a better vantage point, or to catch scents they cannot identify. In the video, it seems likely that the bear was either trying to reach something at a height or was intrigued by an unfamiliar scent that it was attempting to decipher. The scene, although interesting and humorous, raises curiosity about the bear's motives behind this unique behavior. I can't help but envision the bear adorned with a long coat and walking like that. In the world, there are two kinds of people: those who have researched and believe in the existence of aliens, and others, like myself, who consider aliens to be nothing more than a product of human imagination. However, after encountering this video from the US Air Force, even skeptics like me might need to reconsider their stance. The footage captures the night sky, revealing an unidentified flying object gracefully soaring through the air. This object appears to resemble a spaceship, complete with a plate-like structure and a pilot cabin at its forefront. The video even includes close-up shots of the spaceship's cockpit, where two alien-like figures are observed piloting the craft. These beings bear an uncanny resemblance to the aliens commonly depicted in movies. Notably, the spaceship appears to be flying at a relatively low altitude, prompting speculation that, if genuine, it might be navigating Earth's surface. The image captured from the cockpit provides a fascinating glimpse of curious-looking aliens. Additionally, it's impressive that the US Air Force possesses cameras capable of zooming in to such an extent, capturing distant objects in the night sky. This eerie video originates from California, showcasing a family being stalked by an unusual ghostly entity. The footage, captured by a trail camera on their farmhouse, unfolds as the homeowner searches for something in the trunk of his car. Unbeknownst to him, a ghostly figure emerges from the woods in the background. This spectral figure takes on a humanoid shape and, as it passes behind the car, mysteriously bends down and disappears. The homeowner remains oblivious to the presence of this unsettling creature as he goes about his business. Encountering such a humanoid entity in the forest is undeniably chilling. What adds an extra layer of fear to this encounter is the unknown motives behind these creatures' actions. The lack of understanding about their intentions raises concerns, leaving us to wonder if their presence might not be entirely innocent. I am not sure about you, but I would not be hanging around that place anymore. If the previous video didn't already make you a believer in aliens, this one is likely to change your mind. From a security camera belonging to a local company, this video captures the nighttime sky with a large, bright, and strange orb stealing the spotlight. While initially resembling a brilliantly shining star, a closer zoom reveals its odd shape, resembling that of a spaceship. This radiant anomaly remains visible in the sky for an extended period, hovering over a specific area. The local residents have also witnessed this phenomenon, with numerous videos circulating, ruling out the possibility of a mere camera glitch or error.
Disappeared, and I monitored this camera for the rest of the night, and it never came back. So,
if this indeed turns out to be an alien spaceship, perhaps it's time for me to start considering the construction of a bunker for protection from a potential extraterrestrial invasion. Ever dream of seeing a real mermaid, just like in the movies? This video might bring back those childhood fantasies. It claims to show a mermaid swimming in the Great Barrier Reef. Back in 2011, deep divers were exploring the ocean depths, studying the amazing underwater creatures. While filming their journey, their head camera captured something strange. A fish that looked half human, half fish. It resembled what we typically picture as a mermaid. The video shows the creature twice, and both times it appears to be a mermaid. It's definitely a bizarre and fascinating sight, sparking questions about what lies beneath the ocean waves. However, there's always a chance this could be a hoax or clever editing. So, is it real? Or is it fake? You decide. A group of paranormal investigators in South Africa were on a mission to explore a desolate area rumored to be haunted by locals. Armed with their equipment and a bit of doubt, they spent the night recording the area, searching for any evidence of the paranormal. Suddenly, in the dead of night, their investigation took a chilling turn. In the distance, on the deserted road, they spotted a figure. It stood motionless, shrouded in the darkness. This figure, vaguely resembling a young girl, was translucent, almost transparent, allowing the investigators to see straight through it. The desolate surroundings, with the forest looming on either side of the road, only amplified the unsettling atmosphere. After a moment of stunned silence, realizing the local legends might hold some truth after all. The investigators decided to cut their investigation short. They quickly packed their equipment and left the area, leaving the eerie figure standing alone on the deserted road. This encounter, unlike many of their past experiences, left the investigators shaken, forcing them to confront the possibility of the truly unknown. In this captivating video, we see the scene from the perspective of someone filming from a water coaster gliding through a canal. What's truly intriguing is the presence of a mysterious creature seen in the water right behind their boat. This creature seems to be following them, creating an element of suspense and wonder. The creature's movements, closely trailing the boat, suggest an intelligence or curiosity. Could it be some strange fish? I am not sure. For 1 second, I could have sworn I spotted an arm. The existence of Bigfoot has always piqued people's curiosity. Experts worldwide have examined the evidence that has been captured and witnessed. One such piece of evidence is a video in which a massive creature was recorded by a man as it roamed through the woods. In the video, the man recording remained at a considerable distance from the camera, making a concerted effort to stay hidden from the creature. The creature had a colossal body covered in shiny black fur. To some, it might resemble a person in a gorilla costume due to its gait. But many saw it as significant evidence of the mythical creature's existence. When the video was uploaded to YouTube, it garnered millions of views and caught the attention of experts. Nevertheless, they still could not definitively determine whether the video was a clever fake or an authentic encounter. Every day, the internet witnesses a barrage of uploaded videos claiming to capture extraordinary phenomena. Yet, only a few clips truly astonish viewers and make them ponder their authenticity. One such clip features a mysterious creature recorded on camera. Initially, it may appear to be a human due to the low video quality, making it difficult to discern what the entity is. However, as seconds pass, the creature approaches the trees and vigorously shakes them. This act surpasses the physical capabilities of any human. The way the creature shakes the trees left everyone who saw the clip in awe. Many asserted that it was genuine, and that the creature in the video was the infamous Sasquatch. Nonetheless, with no further sightings of the being for years, the clip was deemed a possible fake. The mystery endures to this day. As the video begins, we see a lush forest of emerald green trees. The man recording the video seems to be in a hurry and runs into a building while recording it all. Seconds pass, and a huge storm of wind hits the place. The man is inside, so he cannot capture the whole thing on camera, but he goes outside as the storm moves forward. What he sees there is enough to make a grown man cry. The greenery and the trees are all gone, and nothing but chaos remains. Sadly, this is the usual routine for many people living in different parts of the world. These storms can be deadly, destroying houses and ending lives. Imagine going on your daily walk after dinner, but you end up seeing something that has the capability of haunting you in your dreams. This is exactly what happened to this man. As he was on his way home, he saw something in the grass. Not believing his eyes at the first glance, he took his camera out and started looking at it closely. As the camera zooms in, we see glowing eyes and a small eerie figure. It takes a few moments before the camera focuses on the face. But just then, the thing disappears. Considering the circumstances and the place, there is a possibility that it might be just an insect, although it appears to be more than just an insect if you pay attention. A man has set up cameras near eagles' nests in a forest to monitor their activities and to research the birds' behaviors. However, this one camera of his recorded something he had never expected. As the video begins, we see weird shaking of trees on the left of the nest, and then seconds after, a black furry creature appears on the right side. It stays in the same spot for a few seconds, trying to do something we are not sure about. However, those moments were enough to see that the creature was huge and had a Bigfoot-like appearance and traits. Because a human does not look like that, and there is no way it was fake, as the camera was mounted so high, and no one would think of just randomly putting up a costume and going into the forest. For those who believe in the existence of Bigfoots, this clip provided a glimpse of what it could possibly look like. This video might be recorded by a fixed camera, as it is not shaky at all. It begins at night where the only thing visible is the street lamp. Darkness has spread over, covering everything else. However, 1 second passes, and we see a ghostly figure appearing. The figure emerges from the dark and moves forward a bit. It is wearing a white overall, and the darkness makes it difficult to see its face or anything else. The only thing clear is the white cloth the figure is wearing. Posted anonymously, the video started a whole argument on the internet, with some people saying it was a little girl's ghost and others taking it to the witchcraft side. No matter which of the two it is, there is no denying that this sight is something that can scare a man to his core. For more strange and interesting footage, check this out.